We're back at Dennis's reptile house. It's been 2 years since we did our first videos here. And of course, Dennis has a lot of new animals. He's got a brand new menagerie, and we came by. We're gonna have a look at them right now.
Come on, buddy. Look. Yeah.
So here's Spartacus, and look how he's grown. You look at the last time we saw him, oh, I wouldn't say he was half that size, but maybe 3/4.
Yeah, he's grown quite a bit. He's about 70 pounds now.
Tell a story. I don't think we talked about it last time. Tell a story about how you found him.
He was found in the Wikiwachi, and he was supposedly thrown out of a car, and it cracked his shell. And his shell is healed up, but nobody wanted him because the shell was cracked, so we couldn't find a home for him. So Ed Bennett contacted me, and I said, well, I'll take him. He was just a little guy at the time.
Yeah, they start little.
Yeah, about the size of a little old cherry head tortoise.
And that's why he's got that scalloping on his back, because he didn't have proper nutrition before you got him.
I can't even find where it's cracked, healed up now. Here it is right here. You can see it cracked right there.
Yeah.
And it's healed up.
Yeah, I see what I'm touching.
Healed up perfectly.
Sure goes after that.
Yeah, he loves his lettuce, but most of the time he's just out grazing, eating grass and eating weeds and stuff. Then he gets this stuff here. This is the spinach tree. I got this from Ed Bennett. It actually came from a guy down at my mama. He loves it. I got it growing all over the place.
Oh. So who lives in there, Dennis?
This is, we call him Little Red Man. He's a cherry head tortoise. And I got him from the Turtle and Tortoise Rescue US. Uh-oh, he's not even in there.
So much for...
If you look right here though, this is thermostatically controlled heater. So he can go in there and get heat when he wants. And if he doesn't want the heat, he'll go somewhere else or whatever. But if he gets cold, he'll just go in here and lay under that heat. So at least he has it if he needs it. And it protects him from the weather if it gets too bad.
Let's see if we can find him.
He's usually always in there. Sometimes he likes this tree. Nope, not there.
He's being very elusive today.
Well, he's around here somewhere.
Oh, there he is.
Did you find him?
Yeah. Hold on there. I think I'd be okay under this thing here. Yep, there he is.
Oh, he's eating.
Yep. So we found him.
Yep, that's Little Red Man. He eats pretty much the same thing that the cicada does. He goes out and eats leaves and flowers and grass. He's a grazer. They eat very little fruit, but they can tolerate more fruit than the cicada can. He's pretty much full grown. He's in the redfoot family.
Now, where are they from? Where are they native to?
Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the main part where they're at, and then there's some other areas around there that they're from, but
that's why I like.
Sometimes they call them a Brazilian tortoise. They're very friendly, very good pets.
And where'd you get him? Where did you get him?
I got him from the Turtle and Tortoise Rescue USA.
That's right.
Down in Waimama.
Mm-hmm.
Kim and Mark Adam, they called me and they took him in. He actually came all the way from Vermont. He was found in a bathtub in a vacant house.
Oh, wow.
And he was shipped down to the Turtle and Tortoise Rescue in D-Land. They rehabilitated him, rehydrated him, gave him a vet check, and then they shipped him down to their counterpart in Waimama. And then they called me and asked me if I was interested in adopting him for my school education programs and stuff. So I said, yeah. So I went down and adopted him, and
So
end the story.
he goes with you to the park on Wednesdays then?
Yeah, he goes to the park on Wednesdays. And the kids can hand feed him hibiscus flower petals. He just loves hibiscus flower petals.
That's cool.
He's a nice little
Okay, so this is your new tortoise?
Yeah. That is related to the cherry head that I showed you out there, but they get larger, usually 12 to 15 inches. And but that's a red-headed tortoise. And we named her Ivy.
Ivy?
Yeah.
So she's gonna get...
It'll cover if it's a boy or a girl. But she was rescued in the apartment complex by one of our members, Angela. And there were two of them. They were left out in the sun. Somebody just dropped them off and didn't tell nobody. The other one passed away. And this one here almost didn't make it. It wouldn't eat. We had to soak it and soak it. And finally got it drinking, and that was the first sign of life. His eyes were sunk in, and now you can see his eyes just come back out. And he couldn't use his back legs.
Oh, man.
And now you can see how skinny and wrinkled.
Yeah.
So it hadn't been taken care of whatsoever. But now it's eating good. I've been feeding it twice a day. It goes to the water on its own now, so I don't have to soak it anymore. And now she's active in the pen there. She knows where the heat is, knows where the water is.
Lucky little critter.
She
Could have died. Came close to
It
dying.
might be around 2 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like that.
And how big do these get?
12 to 15 inches. Or she'll probably about double in size. But yeah, when it's nice and warm and sunny out, I put her outside because the best thing for these guys is sunshine. You can put the UV lights in here, you can put the heat in here, but there is no substitute for sunlight. And she'll go out there, she'll lay in the sunlight. When she gets too warm, she goes and crawls in her hive, and then she'll come back out and get in the sunlight some more and walk around that little pen. I put a top over it for shade, part of it's screen, and that's mainly to keep the critters out. Like we have some hawks and stuff around here, and they could. She's so light because of her. She's so underweight. They could pick her up and fly out of there with no problem. And they might just eat her right in the pen.
Yeah.
And pick her apart. So they had to protect her. She's too little. But anyway, she goes out there during the day, and then I bring her in at night. I don't leave her out at night because of the possums and stuff. But,
And that's Ivy.
that's Ivy. Nuggets. She gets nuggets, Missouri nuggets, tortoise nuggets. She gets all kinds of vitamins and everything. And the other feeding, I give her these hibiscus petals and romaine lettuce, and then some other lettuce when we have it. And don't give her the stem because the stem is like really hard. So we just cut it up. At first I had to cut it in real tiny pieces because she couldn't move her head very good, eat very good, but now she's doing surprisingly well. I'm so happy. Here you go, little Ivy. Pretty cool when you get them to come around like this, and you feel like you've done your good deed.
Yeah.
But my wife decided to keep her. She said, "Well, I want to keep her. That's going to be my tortoise."
That's her tortoise.
Oh, okay.
See, you used to have to fight for stuff like that. Now that she sees something, oh, I want that one.
This is Jabba Hutt's pen. He's got his water in here. He'll climb in there and sit in there and soak whenever he wants to.
And that is a
giant African bullfrog.
Sure as heck is.
And he's still growing.
Oh wow. How big is he going to be?
About half again as big as he is now.
Oh man.
About the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, he's coming.
I'll bring him out.
Okay.
Have to be careful. Make sure you don't put your fingers in front of his mouth, because he eats rats.
He eats rats?
I feed him rats. When I feed the snakes, he gets fed also. But he's you can see why he's called Jabba Hutt. He's just a big old fat blob.
Yep.
They don't really like to be held that much. You have to be careful how you hold them because their skin is so thin. You could actually tear the skin if you're not careful. So you got to hold them in a manner where you're not pulling on the skin or rubbing the skin, because you could actually tear a hole in them.
Oh. So you give him rats?
Feed him, he eats small rats.
How how often do you feed him?
Once every couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. That's not very often then.
Yeah, you don't want to feed them too often to get them too fat, because rats have a lot of fat content in them. So, but in Africa they eat them. They eat these guys in Africa. They're a delicacy.
Oh, wow.
There's not a lot of them. But these guys, during the drought season, they're in the wet areas of Africa. But during the drought season, they can bury themselves in the mud. And if it doesn't rain for 2 years, they can live down under in the dry, cracked up, hard soil for up to 2 years.
Wow.
And they actually breathe through their skin.
So
And then when it rains and the soil gets soft, they emerge out and then go looking for something to eat.
So they just sort of go into extended hibernation then?
Yeah, they pretty much just shut down. But they're pretty neat. The kids like them, but nobody holds them or anything.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, just can't take a chance.